Alrighty, hello, and welcome to today's stream. And yes, as the title would suggest, we have a new champion to build today. And yes, ML, that is the proper emotion. Indeed. I am as surprised as everyone watching my most recent video. So let's not pretend, but we do have a new toy to play with, so we'll be building her in a bit here. But as usual, kick things off with a little bit of dailies, although I've been pretty diligent with my energy thus far. But I was holding off on Tag Team Arena because there's a tournament that started today. Actually, do you guys participate in these? I know, like, I make an effort to like try and min-max as much of these as possible whenever this decides to load. In 5 years, apparently. Okay. Oh, of course, as soon as I give up. Yeah, I actually tried to, like, not necessarily get first, but like second, third, you know, worst case, maybe fourth worst case. But I don't know. I try for these because it, you know, it's a shot at Relentless Cure. But yeah, let me know if you guys participate in these as well. Curious. Anyways, Tag Team Arena. So we're at 0 because I left my defense in, or didn't leave it in overnight, unfortunately. So we got some work to do. But hopefully we get a bunch of easy teams and we can just start smashing through. You will if you have a milestone to try and work around. Main account, you're trying to stay in gold. Fair. I do think it's the worst time for the tournament to start is like it's doing right now, which is Saturday. Because then it's like, you know, it's right before I start to, you know, put in my defense and start grinding for the weekend to try and sustain my rank. But nonetheless, it's also kind of a good day because like midweek is always better. But it's not the worst because I'm starting at 0, which means I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 pages of just one-man defenses to farm. At least for Saturday morning. You always do those tag team tourneys. Wars are usually distant. I think so. I prefer the ones where they give essence, the eternal essence, soul essence, versus like any other stuff. It's kind of hit or miss whether or not it's in any given tournament, but overall I still think it's good. R base, let's run Lydia against the R base here. Lady Noelle, no polymorph. Cool. Hello, Mr. Mythical Whisperer. Yes, sir. That is me. Confirmed. I've regained my status. Technically speaking, if we're being honest, if we're being objectively honest, the last time I pulled primals, which is surprising to me, but it was back in June of last year. It's been over like 9 months. I didn't get anything in that second session. So everyone still remembers what happened on the first session, but that first session, believe it or not, was a year ago. March 2024. So that's not to say that I have not been lucky. That's obvious. But it's actually been a very long time since that initial instance. I just haven't pulled primals for very long time. The remnants, that's different. But also true. Valid point. I have no defense against the remnants. I mean, I have no defense regardless, but way above average. Yeah, you're telling me. Like I said at the beginning, I'm in the same boat as you guys. I don't expect it to happen. It just does. Do I still run Iron Twins every day? Yes. 6 keys every day. I spend 1 refill every single day to pay for the 6 keys. So 40 gems a day is what I spend on Iron Twins, effectively. Got Nell from 17-ish. Not bad, not bad. I think she's underrated, but I don't have her, so it's easy for me to say that. Armons, huh? Yeah, Yumiko. You also got Nell. Nice, congratulations. A first time chatter as well. Welcome in. Cake A Cookies. Welcome in. She's a bit underwhelming. So again, I don't have her, so I can't speak directly. And from what I've seen, it's like usually the, you know, upper echelon end game people saying she's trash, but they always say that almost regardless. But I read her kit like the poison version of Volcanos, but maybe that's a bit too generous. Or maybe just HP burn is a lot more powerful in the current meta. So correct me as a proper owner of the champion. Oh, that's a really slow Yumiko. Both of my deep... Oh, wait, no, my entire team went before the Yumiko. The 2-turn poison's not enough. Isn't it? But... Okay, let me... Before I talk out of my ass here, let's... Now, where is it? It's on the passive, right? Oh, I remember. I remember now. It was... So, Volcanos, it's... Every instance of any of these events, he will replace or reactivate burns. But I think hers is like, if you do eat any of these, it will activate it once. I remember that. I remember someone saying that. So it's like, she's not working in the same way Volcanos does for insert reason here. You're so right. Then yes, that is worse. Agreed. I concur. I forgot. Thanks for the reminder. But in theory, if she was like Volcanos, you run her with lethal dose, and then she, you know, you same thing with the Siphi, you just like poison your team to death, right? In theory, but okay. Good shout, good shout. I rescind my praise of Nell. Dude, I don't like going against Cheshire Cat in the arena. What makes her activate? No, it does. Or, wait. Maybe not activate. I think she just places. Yeah, she just places. I guess you're right. Volcanos can place and activate, but I think you need Unity, or you need more Demon Spawn for that. But I think she can activate here on this spill on this ability, but she has to take a turn for that, so that's definitely a lot worse. I think Mr. Volcanos here. Is it both? Receives a buff, HP burn. If they have a burn, yeah, okay. So it's automatic. He does it automatically. Okay, that's 2 knocks for Nell. She can only place the poison, but she can't activate them. And she doesn't even place as many as she could, in theory, if she had Volcanos' style of passive. Okay. Doesn't Narcisse bypass the cat's passive? I don't believe so. Or does it? He bypasses Siegfried's. So maybe. No, it's an active. I think Siegfried's an active too, though. The thing is, I could run my like Ramontu team, but if he's in Stone Skin and then we don't strip him off, I just lose the fight, and that would just be not fun to lose. I mean, I know a lot of people will say, your Great Hole's done. Who cares about Classic Arena? But I want to get as many medals as possible because that gives me gear. And I feel like I've probably gotten more good pieces from Divine Speed than I've gotten from Dragon. Divine Speed from those overflow chests. Also, you guys might notice we have pinpoint on the first champion on Gaius. He's in pinpoint now, so we can dodge one sheep. That's new. I've yet to use him outside of like 3v3, but I'm kind of keen to see what she'll get reworked. I guess. Well, maybe reworked isn't the right word. I do think she'll be buffed in some way, shape, or form, because she's somewhat underperforming. Just, I mean, yeah, we're talking about Nell. Because the precedent for that is Aphidus. Thus far, is Aphidus got a buff and Calamitous got a buff. So, it is quite likely that Nell would also get a buff. Yeah, that's the thing. People don't talk about her alternate form. They just kind of dunk on the first form. But I do think her second form is pretty respectable. However, True Fear is such a weird thing. So, when it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it's pointless. So it's kind of iffy. I don't know what you're talking about, ML. I have no clue what you're talking about. I don't know how to say that. AS9JA? Is that your password? Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow. What was the Siegfried beef I hinted at? Confidence. Yeah, it's someone redeemed it on Twitch. That's fun. Hooray for channel points. I hope that would be a terrible password. I hope that's not. Exposed. He must not be named. Correct. Yeah. Okay. No. There's no beef with Siegfried. I don't like broken champions. I've said this in different ways across many different iterations of broken champions, but I don't like champions who break the game, and he's one of the champions who breaks the game, so I refuse to use him. Personal preference. That is not a mandate for anyone else to do the same. Ah, crap. It's a feral Lady Noelle. Okay, we're good. I don't know if you guys have seen this lately, but I've seen a lot of Lightning Cage, Stone Skin, Feral champions. I've seen a lot of that lately, so it's a little bit harder for me to use my default bomb teams. My Stone Skin rule in champ form. Exactly. There's a long list of champions that I don't use. Like UDK is on the list. I refuse to use that guy. He's a cancer in the game. But yeah, Siegfried is up there. Again, if they hadn't have changed him, I'd use him. I think he was fine before. Maybe like a little bit tweaking, but the 50% defense ignore when he just I don't like champions who you're afraid for them to take a turn. I get it if they take multiple turns and they kill you, fine. But the fact that Siegfried's like, oh god, he got a turn, GG's, next fight. Like, that sucks. Because at that point, you're just like, it's a ticking time bomb. You're just kind of waiting for the inevitable. It's like, oh, did you try to kill him? Nope, you boosted a turn meter. He's under block damage, XD. And your team still dies. The only way around it is with like a Narcisse ignoring it, or maybe like a Carnage, block active, block passives, or someone who can block passives. But of course, most people run him in Stone Skin, meaning that you can't strip it. And you can't do anything for one turn, which is all he needs. He needs one turn. Just stupid. Is Wukong broken? So Wukong is not broken Because he cannot crit on the splash damage. That's where it gets a little out of hand. Which is why Trunda had a big problem initially. She's still a problem. Don't get it twisted. But the biggest problem with Trunda, one of the larger parts of it, was that her splash damage was critting. And so Siegfried crits, which is why he hits you for 100k, and then he crits your neighbor for 2 million, which makes no sense at all, but it's because it's multiplying multipliers with crit damage for splash damage. So Wukong, it's like you can one-shot someone, and then the splash damage carries over, but it doesn't crit. And there's a lot of counterplay, like... there's more counterplay to a Wukong. And he's very, very squishy, and when you kill him... with a block revive, it's easy to put him down, comparatively speaking, versus Siegfried, you have to tread carefully, because even your support hitting him at the wrong time, he can proc his passive, and then he's under block damage, and you're screwed. So it's a lot easier to deal with the Wukong. There's a lot more counterplay. But, if I had my way, if I had the magic wand of raid development, I would fix every single splash damage champion in the entire game, including Wukong. Which means that he would be really good at killing a target, but he wouldn't kill your entire team. Which I think is fair. That's what snipers should do. They should kill one person, not necessarily the whole team. So, that's me. Hot take. Hot take. Poor Baron. Yeah, Baron, definitely don't see him much anymore. He had his heyday, though, in fairness. Baron had his really, really good time where he was like... he was the most feared champion for a while, I think. I remember in 3v3 at the time... when he got the buff, like I'd see a team like Arbiter, Warlord, Ramontu, Baron. And it's like, so if you don't go first, you're locked out, all your passives are blocked, and he's ignoring 100% of your defense. So he doesn't need a debuffer. It's like, yeah, you either win the speed race or you just lose the fight. And it's like, that's scary. But yeah, Stoneskin ruined it. I mean, Stoneskin ruined the entire game. But yeah, Stoneskin is very bad. You know what we can do? We can let's do this. Let's run block buffs. Ugo? And then we'll just see if the passive procs. Actually, I don't know if Ugo's fast enough for this. 258. I rebuilt Ugo as well. She's in Merciless and Affinity Breaker, so we might do Hydra later to test her out. 242. Oh, we are speed tuned. All right. So this is a safe way to test this out. We'll see if we get the little message that pops up here. No. He ignores. Well, actually, no, he's not ascended. Does the passive come into play when you're ascended? I don't actually know. I don't have the guy. Inconclusive test. What scares me now is that everyone's going to get Fabian. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there is some counterplay to being locked out, but it is niche and really hard to do. But it's something a lot more people are going to have to consider. Lockout's always been a thing, though. That's the thing. It's just that at this point, most of the people with all the lockout champions have been pushed so far in live arena that you don't see them as much anymore. Like, I don't see a Warlord every fight, but I used to see a Warlord every fight. Yumiko every fight. Would I get rid of Stoneskin or Sheep? Stoneskin. Stoneskin. I mean, so, like, the way I see it, I don't have a problem with Stoneskin existing. I have a problem with Stoneskin having the 50-50 chance to be removed. If they got rid of that, I'd have no problems. Because then you're saying, I can hide under this if you don't have buff strip, but if you don't build resistance, I can just remove it and do what I was going to do anyways. And that's a trade-off. It's like, you're fine if I don't use any buff strip, but if I do, you're screwed. And I think there's no punishment right now for using Stoneskin. Which is why everyone uses it. It's just the default setting. Like, a set that strong should have a punishment more than just bombs. Let me strip it off. And then sheep. I like sheep on champions. I don't like it as a blessing. And I think I value sheeping as a response to stone skin. Because that's the only way that you can guarantee that you can purge it, so to speak. I'm excited for the new revive set. Not really. I'd have to like reread what those are and what they do in the leagues or whatever. I don't even know if it's in the game yet. I think, again, I've always said this. I think 9P sets are overrated because they're a lot harder to get than people realize. So, we'll see. I think it could be strong, but if I have to like beat a bunch of whales in live arena to get it, then I'm not going to have that much. I barely have any impulse, and I'm in gold 3. I have basically no zeal and no impulse. 3-star ascended. Oh, okay. If the passive comes in at 3-star, bummer. What am I doing? I'm just like staring at the screen. Is this reset? It is. Hey, I rambled for long enough that we can do another set. Yeah, rebirth and doesn't do. I thought it was going to be something more like revive or like AoE revive on death on your team at the start or something, or yeah, something more like that. But it is kind of nice. I think it's a cool set. I don't know if rebirth can replace the power and potency of protection on a Siffy. But I think on like a Lady Noelle or some other AoE reviver types, Duchess maybe, you can get away with it, like Stone Skin and Rebirth. I don't know. I guess it depends what the 4-piece set effect is. I'm not gonna fight a Nice and a Sigfriend. Oh, someone asked about the new mythical for undeads. She looks absolutely nuts. The full AoE team revive with unkillable. I watched it like an hour ago. I don't remember exactly what all she does, but it's just oy. It seemed weird though, because like her passive on the alt form was like she's immune to block active skills, but it sounds like it sounds like you are susceptible to block active skills when you're in your base form, which means you might not be able to transform, which I don't like. If she was immune in both forms, it would make more sense to me. Is this person? Oh, she has a wand of submission. Yeah. Who's the new one? She's not in the game yet. You'd have to check out whoever your favorite content creator is with Tessa for access. I watched Hell Hades' version. I think Nubkex put out a video on it as well. But the new champions with the new patch: Fusion Champion, the Fusion Rare, Fusion Epic, 1 new Mythical, and 4 Legendaries, 1 Void. Afternoon, hello. In your opinion, they need to remove the old sets that are shared with campaign? Maybe. I don't think that the sets from Dungeons are as dead as other people do. But that's because at this point, because there's so much account prep I have to do, I basically only farm the dungeons during fusions. So my gear quality is fairly low overall, as we'll see as we try to build Mezumel. So for me, the dungeons are alive and well. However, I understand the sentiment for people who've been farming a lot more dungeons than I have over years and years and years, and they just have all the gear sets they need, and they're just looking at the expansion sets. So I see both sides, but for me personally, my Savage is not great. everything from Ice Golem. No, no, no. I need the resistance set. There's no resistance sets in the game. There's no like equivalent to perception that's accessible. Even then, resistance sets not really that accessible. And reflex, come on. Everyone loves reflex. And then cursed had a bit of a heyday. But I think, once again, everyone kind of farmed all the curse they need at this point. Yeah, see, this is a good tag team tournament where the top reward is the Eternal Soul Essence. Because right now, I'm saving up for... this is the wrong place. I'm saving up for a 6-star Narcisse. And we're at 150 out of 300, so 5 is a drop in the bucket, but every drop in the bucket helps. Reflex can be moved to Fire Knight. Well, that's not fair. Resistance sets are target farm from Doom Tower. If so, yes, if you want to trade Dark Fae for Baumel, which I cannot compel myself to do. That just seems like a lost cause. Maybe for like one rotation, but again, I need lethal. My lethal is terrible, so I'm biased towards like Dark Fae, no matter what. But yes, you could technically farm the what's his name, or what's it called? Fortitude. Ooh, we can have fun with this team. Tiffy, Rotos, and Korra. Alpha Scarab. Well, okay, so the Untouchable set, I do like the Untouchable set off the Scarab. The problem is it's a 4-piece set. So I want something more like Righteous. Get rid of this dude. I want a Righteous set that we could farm. That's not competing with Dark Fae. Alrighty, let's get rid of that. There we go. Double sheep, totally balanced. Don't want you to swipe the credit card? I mean, of course, they always want that. Counter it. What the? UDK, chill, brother. You got poked by a support. Merciless, nice. Cool. And Core for the win. Still one of my favorite fusions from last year. I still think she's underrated. I know people are kind of catching on, but like the power of just transferring CC debuffs automatically to whoever is really, really strong, and it's really versatile. But find your defense around gold plat. Oh no, I'm never near plat. Like this is probably as close as I'm gonna get, but like as soon as reset happens, I'm gonna get pushed way down. Ancora, Sigfrid, Marius, and Tormund. Woo! Wouldn't want to fight that. That sounds like a Stoneskin Haven. The only time I get close to or into plat is if there's like a champion or a classic arena tournament and I'm like burning a bunch of like the Curse City refills, which I don't think I'm close to one at the moment. Yeah, I got 20 days. 20 days plus. Gold 5, don't... I look, if your team looks hard, then I probably won't fight it. But if it looks easy, I will farm all the easy teams. I look for the easy teams. Like I said, I want to win. These chests, I just claimed one yesterday, or I guess a day ago. But I still farm the muddles every day as much as I can, as much as possible, and win rate. And I lost a few times messing up to things. But I want these chests as many as possible. Like, I can give you guys a perfect example. Like Milady Mikage here. She's one of the fastest champions on my account, right? 355, 612 on the accuracy. This was from the chest from Classic Arena, as well as this. So, like, I think it's a really underrated way to get Divine Speed gear that you can use Chaos Ore on, or maybe it just has good rolls and it rolls really well. Like, this isn't perfect. It's, like, I think max roll triple is 24. So, like, it's on the low side, but still, it's a triple speed roll with accuracy. Like, what, you know, beggars can't be choosers. How long did it take you to finish the Great Hole? 2 years? 2.5 years? Somewhere around there? I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I used to remember that better, but now I don't remember it as much. I think it's a lot easier now, though. I think you could probably finish it within less than 2 years. If you focus on it. Because what people don't even remember, like a lot of the newer folks, like, and it's no offense to you guys, but there was a time where Arena was impossible to win. Like, we're talking like, there's no stone skin, go second teams were basically a myth, and it was all speed, no matter what. If you didn't go first, you lost. Every team was a cleave team, Arbiter, Kymar, Madame Sarah, Snooker, typically Trunda. And it's like, oh, you didn't go first, you lose. Like, again, this is before Reaction. Reaction didn't exist yet. So you couldn't do anything. Hey, Hegemon, yep, Hegemon was like the best way to counter the speed teams in Tormund. And it was just like, so back then, Arena was super hard because it was all speed, gear check. If you're slow, you lose. Everyone's win rate was like 50% in like gold. And getting to gold classic was nearly impossible. Like, people were struggling to get Arbiter because they couldn't get out of silver. Which is laughable now. Like, today it's like, what do you mean? I'm a month in and I'm in gold 5. I'm chilling. That didn't used to be the case. It was like, how do I get Arbiter? I'm still stuck in silver 4. It was... Oy. Now we have different problems, but back then it was rough. Because I'm not going to pretend that we're not also in a speed meta right now. That's definitely true. But it's a bit different. There's more counterplay. Like I said, Reaction helped a lot. And honestly, I've been outspoken about this as well, but I think Reaction is all we needed to counter the speed meta instead of Stone Skin. I think Reaction was enough. It was just hard to get because CBC was and still is like the Whale Fest. But after a few years, a lot more people have Reaction just casually, and it's just... I think that was enough to kind of give you a chance to survive after, instead of just being blown up in one turn. Close to maxing out the Void Great Hole. Nice, nice. Oh, I guess I don't need to be... Has it been a half hour? It has. Alright. I can take off my finger strap thing here. Stone Skin is required? I disagree, but that's agreed. We can agree to disagree on that one. For the record, Besamel is naked. That's why she's not doing any damage. Before anyone's like, what the hell? What are these multipliers? Doesn't have any gear on. We're gonna do that next. I have some thoughts on what I'm gonna put on her. If you didn't have Stone Skin, how would you compete in the top live? We'd have a different meta. That's simple as that. I don't know, but there would be a way. There's a meta the meta is developed by the players dealing with whatever comes our way. So we'd figure out something. Something would become meta, people would copy it and use it and abuse it until something else comes along and defeats that meta. That's just how we are as players. There's never not a solution to any problem. It's just a matter of whether or not you have the solution to the impending problem, right? Every champion has a weakness. Even the strongest. You just might not have the weakness. Hoping they give you friendly fights with every. I still think they're working on that in some capacity. You're looking forward to seasonal. I'll have to see how the seasonal stuff works. I'm still a little confused about the mechanics, because it sounds like they're running in parallel. So I just need to see it to understand how it's gonna be working. I don't really care about, again, like, I'm not trying to be the best person in Live Arena. I know that's just not gonna happen. I don't really care. So but at the same time, if people want to show their stuff in some seasonal leaderboard because they really care about it, more power to them. Add it to the game. Everything they add doesn't have to cater to me. That's my opinion. So if it makes people happy, add it to the game. It's good for the game. But it doesn't matter. It's just like, I know Ash has always said, like, he wants you know, like, epics only Live Arena restrictions, and it's like, that makes sense for whales who are bored and they want to swap all their savage and lethal gear to epics and fight it out. But it's like, I don't want to do that. It's like, I don't want to make the world's strongest Genbo for a month. Like, I worked hard to get the good champions I have. I want to use the good ones. but it's like, again, it's just like a different perspective. Like, that's the whale perspective of, like, I have every legendary, I see every legendary, or I see every mythical. I'm bored. I want to change it up. I want to see more epics. Fair enough. That's not invalid. It's just, it's different. Versus the rest of us are like, I want to use the best of the best because I only have one of them, or two of them, or three, you know? It's like, imagine you finally get your warlord for the first time and they're like, oh, no orcs. It's like, well, shit, you know? It's like, well, I wanted to use my warlord. My first void legendary after 2 years of playing is warlord, and I can't use him because you said no orcs in this arena. It's just like, well, it's disheartening for those types of people, in my opinion. So to your point, I think it's Croissant. I understand the stone skin was the solution, their solution, I should say, to the speed problem. But again, I think reaction was enough. I think if you just let reaction kind of invade the game for long enough, then enough people would have triple reaction such that you wouldn't just get cleaved. Because again, like, the cleave was the standard comp for years. Like, you go first, debuff, CC, kill. There was no response. And then reaction came into mix and said, hey, you can waste your first nuke, and then, you know, you can try and do something afterward. Reaction teams, you just turn me to show Odin stun. I mean, well, again, we're talking about when Stone Skin came out, right? That predates the existence of all the stuff that we have today. You have to put it in perspective, right? Because what Plarium likes to do, and this is no hidden fact or anything, they like to create problems in whatever shape or form, and then they sell the solution, right? This is well known. So when they created a bunch of problems with Stone Skin, they said, hey, here's bomb champions, here's polymorph, here's this and that. And so it's like no matter what, if we didn't have Stone Skin and we had reaction, and then we still had the Odins of the world, there would be some other way to counter the Odins. They would just offer it in a new champion or a new set or a new whatever. So like, they're gonna react however. So we can't project the exact same trajectory based off of one change. We'd be on a different path, but they'd still be operating the same way, where they just react to what the players are doing in the meta that develop. Without Stone Skin, Hegemon would still be #1 picks. Maybe. We can't say that for sure. Ursula's good, yeah. Adding to the conversation, they could have 2 game modes, regular ladder and special ladder. I think my understanding of the seasonal whatever thing is that they are separate ladders. So we are getting that. However, I don't think the seasonal thing is going to have rules, at least to start. Maybe it could. I don't think that's out of the cards. I think they could have some special season things. Congrats. Thank you, thank you. Crimson Helm? She's pretty useless. Unless you really want to painstakingly manual solo Bommel, which I do not recommend. Nezo's one of your favorites? Yeah, I'm excited. Ignoring Stone Skin has been on my wish list for a very long time, I guess since it came out, or since that capability was added to the game, because Stone Skin is just so pervasive and I like to ignore it because, like I said, it's such an overpowered thing that people can just hide behind and know that there's a 50-50 chance you can't strip it off, which means just you don't even try in most cases, unless you have like an Odin or a Marius maybe. But I'd love to just, that squishy dude hiding under there, nope, ignored. Sit. I cannot wait to do that. If anyone's curious, obviously I'm not going to finish her masteries, but what I am going for here, because she's kind of like a first hit champion, but so I thought about going Whirlwind of Death into Ruthless Ambush, but since it's a double hitter, I'd rather go for this one, so that the second hit hits a bit harder when they're low, and then I also get this one, so she's always going to be attacking enemies with higher damage, and so I get 14% damage boost instead of just 8 on one of the double hitters, if that makes sense. So this gives me more damage overall, and then I'd come through. I'd still get Whirlwind. We're still gonna Cycle of Violence. We're gonna get Kill Streak and Methodical, and then Helm Smasher, of course, obviously. The defense tree, I'm just gonna come through Resurgent, Delay Death, and then Retribution. What relic? No relic. I do not have that many relics. I am a noob in Chimera. Stone Skin is extremely vulnerable to Marius. Indeed. Bombs, yes, but bombs are heavily mitigated by Polymorph. So there's kind of a counter synergy there. HP burn activation requires you to take a turn, which might be difficult in the Stone Skin meta, but yeah. They're in fairness, you're right though. They are adding more weaknesses and ways to deal with Stone Skin. She's gonna be more of like a speed team. Like if I know I'm going first, like I lock in an Arbiter Siphi combo in live arena, then I'd probably be more apt to pick Mezamel, so I can force them to react to the block revive, put them on the back foot. That's my plan for her. She's not gonna be useful in every fight. Speed ores, yeah, calculate on the base speed. Always base speed. That would be disgusting. Good God, if it was on your true speed. I have 2 Cat's Gazes now. One from the Titan event and one from the Hero's Path that we just had. But I am more of a PvE person, and Chimera is kind of my area of focus. So I have one of the Gazes on Wallmaster Atharion, who we'll probably see a bit later when we're testing things. And the second one's on Ninja. I might put a Hatter's Resolve on her just for S's and G's, but... yeah. Alright, main event number 1, building Mezamel. Which is kind of like... it's not a lie, but, you know, I don't build champions like completely green. I kind of have an idea of what they're gonna look like. So, I already stole... I'll put the coronet on her. I thought it was more about debuffs though. But yeah, I stole this ring from Wukong, so we're gonna put reaction on her. I have a couple of coronets. God, these menus are throwing me off. Isn't this placed by debuffs though? I don't think she places any debuffs. Oh, I guess that. I guess block revive count as a debuff, technically, but not really. Oh, you're saying put him... okay. I had him in the corner. You're saying put him back in it so she could have the cat's case. Maybe. I don't know. I've always seen the cat's case as more of a PvE thing. And presumably these are the only two I'll ever have, unless they bring it back, which... I don't know if that... I doubt it. %. Would it be an extra 16%? So she'd be ignoring 30% defense on her AA2. Plus Savage, plus Talon Smasher. I'll think about it. I think that's something I can have to see how she does in the build that she doesn't have on yet, and then kind of go from there and see what's best. Ninja's best in slot with the coronet. That's so interesting. Oh, well, you know, that's part of what we're gonna see today. I thought he'd be better, but I think it also depends what gear set he's in. I think a lot of people have a Merciless Ninja now, and I don't have that. I still have Relentless. So I think for me, the Cat's Gaze would be better, but if I had Merciless Ninja, then maybe the Coronet would be better. So, fair points. Okay, so, speaking of the Classic Arena chests that I was just, like, blabbing on about, I got this yesterday. We got these bad boys. So we got crit damage, double speed, crit rate, attack, and some HP. Unfortunate that it rolled defense, but I'll eventually get that into crit damage. So once again, shout out to the Classic Arena Overflow chests. Every once in a while. Once every like 3 months, it gives me a good piece, and that's basically as much as Dragon does. In fairness. Maybe even better than Dragon. So that's from that chest. So that's the gloves. I identified that yesterday. I put that on somebody else, but I just took it right off after I got her. So this is where I reveal how bad my gear is. So if we go attack, percentage, chest with crit rate, and we look at my Savage, we have 5-star, and 5-star, and 5-star. And then we go down to lethal, and we have 5-star, and 5-star. Feels good. But we're actually not doing either of those. We're stealing half racks. So we're going the speed and the crit damage, but 5-star nonetheless. So still to this date, 5 years almost 5 years into the game, I do not have a 6-star attack percentage chest in Savage or Lethal with speed and crit rate. So I might have all the mythicals in the world, but I am cursed when it comes to Savage gear. Do I have craft materials? I do at the moment. But no, this is after... This is every single Dark Fae rotation comes around. I farm the Dark Fae. I get all the orbs. I come here. I fill it up, max it up, mythical, all that stuff. I even put... You can see here, crit rate charms are very low. I put crit rate charms in there. I put boots. I put gauntlets. I'm running low on them. I put chests in there. Nothing. It is what it is. It's all luck. Actually, let me open a notepad here so I make sure. So, because I need to fix everyone who I break. So half rack. Person number 1. So yeah, even the luckiest person is not lucky somewhere else. You can't have it all. you can't have it all, guys. That's how it is. You're lucky in one area, you're unlucky somewhere else. And my unluckiness is with Savage. And even though what I just said was attack percentage, same thing applies for defense. We can do the same look. Equipped defense percentage Savage. 5-star. 5-star. We go to lethal. 6-star, no crit rate. This is recent. This was the last set. So this broke the trend for defense. That's the first 6-star defense percentage chest with speed and crit rate on my account. And I got that, or Or I guess not last month. Whenever the last Dark Fae thing was. 4 years in. 5-star, and then 5-star. Watch the video, pulled Sivrin. Oh, we talked about it earlier, but essentially the short version is I think he's too broken, and I have a rule that I don't use champions I think are too broken. 1000% subjective. It's not a mandate or a declaration that anyone copies that strategy. In fact, I encourage people to do the exact opposite. But I don't like broken champions, so I don't use them. This ability is too strong. Make the splash damage not crit, or the surplus damage not crit, or reduce the ignore defense. Or fix how surplus damage works and make it actually do what it says it's supposed to do. Any one of those options and I would use them. Because we all know that Siegfried does not do the remaining damage. Because last time I checked, when you deal 200k to a single target, the remaining damage is not 2 million. I think we all passed algebra. All right, so I stole these boots from somebody else. I think Soulless. I don't have crit rate with attack percentage, but crit rate with flat attack is like close enough, and it's lethal. So we got 2 pieces here. That's as far as I got, like with my thoughts yesterday as far as her build. So we're half 50% crit. He's counter 2. He blasts through it. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm sorry. Now, again, I am fine with someone hitting Stone Skin and breaking it, or hitting Stone Skin and ignoring it. I'm fine. But the fact that he can hit someone, break the Stone Skin, kill the champion, and then still kill your entire team? Something's wrong there. Just saying. I'm not saying make him useless. Just saying, that's a bit broken. Working as intended, exactly. It's a feature, not a bug. It's a feature. We'll come back to the lethal. I'm pretty sure I know the divine speed piece I want, because I was working on this yesterday. Pieces balances Armand's, exactly. I think Armand's is broken too. Armand's needs a nerf. Like, I'm not afraid to say what needs to be said. Broken champions are broken. Armand's is broken. It's too much control. 4-turn cooldown on the AoE stun. That's all he needs. Easy fix. Or he can only steal 50% turn meter, which would still give him an extra turn, but you wouldn't be screwed. It's one of the two. Like, him stealing 50% of your turn meter is still going to give him an extra turn. Turn meter depletion, not steal. I don't even want that. I'm fine with him stealing it, but the fact that he steals all of your turn meter means that you lose your turn. Like, you could be the next champion about to go after Armand's, and you go all the way to the back of the line behind him because he stole your turn meter. That's where it's too far. If he stole 50%, he still gets his extra turn, fine, but you're not screwed all the way back to square zero. And then you never get a turn because he just laps you. That's what I have a problem with. Or you just make it a 4-turn cooldown. PTSD for yeah, I do have PTSD. Or you just make it a 4-turn cooldown, so he has to take 3 turns in between, and then he can't stun you as soon as you come out of your stun. Easy fixes, in my opinion. He's actually falling off in PvP. So Armand's is falling off in PvP and the high levels because of Stone Skin. Because you can't steal a turn meter, and then you can only sheep one person. And now we have the wand of submission, so be careful who you sheep. You might sheep yourself. And then polymorph, of course, if you try to strip it. So he's falling off as a result of people more indexing further and deeper into Stone Skin. And pinpoint? A little bit. pinpoint only saves you from the sheep, but what you can do is you can sheep someone who doesn't have pinpoint, and then you remove pinpoint from other people, and then they're susceptible to being stunned. There's other ways around that. But yeah, no, there's a lot of stone skin pinpoint. There's a lot of stone skin feral coming up. Yeah, but it's still dangerous. I mean, again, you'll see the common theme here. I don't like when one champion causes you to lose entirely. I know there's some nuance to that. Of course, there's a powerful champions, right? Like a Georgia taking a turn might wipe your entire team with the extra turns. I get that. But his trade-off is that he's super easy to kill. But people like Armands and stuff is just the... Fabian? I think Fabian's okay, which I know that might seem counterintuitive. I'll have to see. It depends how oppressive the A2 is. The passive on the A2. Because the way I see it, you can get stuck in a loop of fear, which is possible, but one, you can run Siffy and she can just remove them and you're fine, which a lot of endgame people have. Or as long as you have one person, like a Mithrala or some high resistance cleanser, you just put block debuffs up and you can't do anything. But, of course, it's a lot easier said than done to resist a lockout and a buff strip and then come back around and cleanse. So, fair enough. It's not easy, but it never is. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So, this piece. Mythical. Speed. Triple speed. Attack. Crit rate. Divine speed. Sorry, Razelvarg. You're gonna have to forfeit this. I don't... No, I think this is also from the chest, because I don't think you can get mythical divine speed from normal Classic Arena reset stuff. So this is another one from the overflow chests. So again, underrated. Keep farming your gold medals, people. Every once in a while you get good pieces. But yeah, triple speed, unglyphed. Might as well see. I'll wait till CVC to give this. Nah, actually, you know what? I'll wait till CVC. It's a few days away. Never mind. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right, triple speed. I want her as fast as possible. Oop. Smacking the mic. Nice. I want her as fast as possible. I don't think I can do 300, but 270 maybe be the goal. We'll see. 62%. Keeping in mind that I already have the mastery, but the lethal set gives us 10%, right? Yeah. So we're at 72, so I need 28 across two pieces, so 14 average per, which should be doable. And then as much speed as humanly possible. Oh, wait, Razelvarg, I stole from him. Note it down, Razel. Okay. So now we're looking for speed crit on the helmets. And I guess I always say this, for anyone who's like, why don't you use the Hell Hades optimizer? I've said before that building champions is my favorite part of the game, hands down, and I will not outsource it to a machine. I will accept some level of inefficiency, but I like doing it. So I want to keep doing it. But a free Razelvarg. I thought Razelvarg was going to be associated with the Alice event, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I don't want to steal this from Fenix because he's important as well. But yeah, I mean, they kind of do the same thing, right? They're like the Wukong murderers. I'll see if I have to steal that one. I'm not taking from a Harima. That's off limits. That's not good enough. That's really good, but that's Narcissus. I can't steal from him. That's with attack and crit damage. Ugh, that's tough. That's hard. That's hard to pass on. That hurts. 5-star. I know this exists. This is also on half rack. Hella speed, decent attack. Might not have enough crit rate, but that could probably work with something. And that's the worst version. That's even worse. Can't steal from Harima. I would like to not steal from Varl. No. Can't take that one. That's Gizback. That's not the right stats. Double speed crit. That's probably not enough crit rate, but that's... I'm fine stealing from Nogdar. You can build her to 70%. I don't... I don't want to... I don't want to do that. I know that's an option. Just... I don't want to build her to 70%. I like the reliability of her not having to have increased crit rate. But she does bring increased attack, which is pretty darn handy. Well, that's nice. Then I have the Helicrit options if I need to go that way. A couple of the Helicrit ones. I also have this one, which is really good too. I might take this. Okay. Can this get me to where I need to go? I know it's 5-star, but I'm looking at the stats here. 93. No. Okay, so that's not enough. Darn, because 20% crit damage is kind of crazy. What did I say I needed? I needed an average of 14 per piece, right? This would bring her to 245 without a banner, which would bring her to like 260. Without pre-glyph, which is probably 270. Ascension 280. We're in the ballpark. I think I can get her to 270 speed. I just need to find the right crit rate pieces here. Can I make this work without stealing from somebody important? Oh, that's so close. I need 12. I think the only one I could use would be this one, which is overkill. I don't want to break Fanax though, he's important. Hey Dango, how's the new mythical? We are building her as we speak. Unfortunately, I won't be able to test her, because she's not ascended, obviously, and or booked. And poor Carnage, he was next in slot to get his Form 1 booked, but Mezamelo's taken that spot, so Carnage is delayed indefinitely. I don't think we can use this one. But it's 16% though. How much? What are the other options? That's not much better. That's worse. That's worse. It's only the Helicrit ones, right? If I had to, well, this is faster, right? So if I was to go with this one, then we'd probably be fine to use this, right? But this is 247, right? Compared to what was this? 238. So this is a lot slower, but I get a lot more crit damage. So we want, I think we want more speed than crit damage. Is there a world where I can take this from Narcissus? I don't know if there is. I could put crit rate on this. So I remember making this change because he has a lot of crit rate on his other pieces. My Narcissus is actually cracked, to be fair. Can I swap things around here? Can we do... This isn't great. Is this gonna roll HP? I'm gonna be inefficient here. Ooh, it did roll HP. Tempting. It's a bit of a downgrade in fairness, but it's kind of like balancing all the champions on the account. A little bit more HP, slightly less crit damage, but that's kind of fine. I think 1,000 health for 7% crit damage is a loss overall. But he's a little bit faster, which is handy. And then here we need a shield that is... No, I need a tiny bit of crit. Why are we taking gear from Narcissus? Mesmo? Well, I'm seeing if I can rework Narcissus to free up a piece that would be really good for Mesmo. I'm not convinced that I'm going to do that. It's not. I'm trying to not downgrade him though. Let me check these boots, because I think these boots have... No, they have a tiny bit of crit. Damn. I need, like, the inverse of this. A really fast shield that has a base roll of crit rate, which doesn't exist. Like, this is just kind of bad. Like, this is okay, but I would prefer... Like, if this was double speed with the... Or triple speed with the crit rate base, then that would be perfect. But, at the end of the day, I could just over crit cap. Like, I could put this on. Ella speed? Nah, it's too low. Because this is HP and this is resistance, I could do this. I use a lot of crit damage though. Decent Slayer pieces? No. No, Slayer doesn't exist. Slayer is a fake set. I don't know if I like this. Because this doesn't have any crit damage. That's kind of my problem here. Because this has crit damage on it, and this has crit damage on it. Alright, Narcissus, you're spared. Who's getting the boot here, guys? I don't know. Another thing just overall is like helmets are just so hard to get good pieces in, right? Just because of there's more stat roll potential, meaning you're more likely to get bad things because there's more possibilities. I really want to use this. I really do. But I would need... We get 10 from the set, so I need 12% crit rate. I know I have this piece, right? Is this gonna double speed? Damn. It's the exact opposite of what I wanted you to do. Okay. But that makes it a little bit easier to move these around. Because it's kind of the same, right? I think we just accept the slight overshoot of crit rate and pick one of these helmets. I think Mezimel is a tad more important than Phenax. I think that's a fair thing to say. And then we're sitting at 238 pre-glyph. This is gonna get a 6-star glyph for sure, because this is a really good piece. This is already glyphed. This could get glyphed. So we're missing like 10 speed. This could be glyphed higher. This could be glyphed higher. So that's like 12. Let's say 12 speed in glyphs. And we're at 238, right? So 12 speed in glyphs. Let's call that 250. from these 3 pieces. Then re-rolling these into speed, that's 12, so that's 260. And then banner, which I can't put on yet, but I haven't even looked at the banners. I think we can get to 270. I think the math is mathing. Is she gonna be the first person with an attack chest or attack banner? That is terrible. Well, I guess it's 6-star. Oh, refresh. Oh, that's tempting. Imagine back to back. 5-star. Oh, I'm in the way. Hold up. This is why we have 2 cameras. Triple speed, double speed attack. RNGesus. Oh, think we have a winner. One or the other. One or the other. Damn it. That's still good though. 6-star, right? One of the two. Either one of these. It depends which one gives me more attack speed combination overall. But I think if the 6-star one rolls better, I'm not going to do that one now. Does this one have it? No. Wait, oh, this is one of the bad ones. Merciless would be interesting too. That's kind of on par with this one at the moment. This is giving me 429. This is giving me 554 pre-glyph. I might go with the merciless one, even though it's not faster. Mezzo can hit through UDK to reach Duncan. Yep, that is one of the goals for sure. Favorite Wukong counter is Iyasu. This is Lizardman? Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Oh, derp. Never mind. I got bamboozled. Good call. Good call. So okay. So it's one of these 2. I'll take them both to 16 on the next, or I guess during the fusion. And then I'm thinking of going double reaction here, but I could be compelled if there's like a really good crit damage attack one, but I'm thinking double reaction to keep her alive because we're not going stone skin, obviously. Like single roll is not going to do it. I would need a double flat attack in order to even consider it. I'm not seeing it. 5-star. Nope. All right, reaction it is. Oh, there's that one. Can I check your rooster? You have a farm? I kid. I mean, who to 6-star next? It's always like the answer. My answer is always the same. It's wherever you're trying to progress next, and who can help you with that. Which depends who you have. Like I can give suggestions, of course, but I think it's ultimately, well, in my opinion, it's fairly obvious once you know what you're trying to do. But that's entirely subjective. I acknowledge that. I'm thinking reaction. I'm thinking double reaction. Try and keep her alive. We don't get any attack from this, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And then we just slap the attack banner on her. She's level 51, but I'm anticipating that we should be able to get to 6,000 attack, 280, 270 speed. Crit damage should be plus 40. 250 maybe? It's not going to be crazy. It's not going to be one of the 300s. But I'm going more for speed, hence the divine speed set. Because she's meant to be like on the speed teams. I'm happy. What do we think? I need to fix champions here. So Fennex, number 1. Easy fix. You get this one. Come on, 17. Come on, glyphs. There we go. That's just like, I guess I slightly resemble Will Smith, I assume is the joke there. 260 speed, let's up that a bit more. 264, we'll take it. I guess if anyone was wondering, this is my Fanax. +4, 5-star awakened, 6.3k attack, 264, super fast. With reaction as well. Nice, the game's starting to lag. Smith Sanzabella. Okay, alright. Easy. Okay, Fanax, fixed. Half rack. I stole a bunch of stuff from half rack. Which is fine, because I don't use half rack outside of the Curse City. Where are you, buddy? It's always funny to kind of go down in the trenches, but like, even though Halfrack's in lethal, he's in like budget lethal. Like he just has the leftover pieces that aren't on important people, like, you know, 5-star with no speed. This one, again, just it's 5-star and no one else happens to need it. Like, oh, you saw the other good helmets where they're 6-star double crit rate speed. And so I kind of optimized around, or I got the speed elsewhere from other pieces of lethal. So he needs 2 pieces of lethal, which is not good. I could put these on him, or these. What is this? Attack and crit rate? He's got a Trunda? Nice! Hey, you don't have to call it the dark side, man. People are allowed to play the game however they want. I don't judge publicly. What? 13. So do I want 13% or 12? I guess this has attack. Flat attack, but attack nonetheless. And it's already 16. Alright, we'll take it. There's that. Let's find a chest for you, buddy. Attack percent, speed, crit. Nice, you got 2 options. Bunch of accuracy, or a tiny bit of crit. Tell that to Corpulent Cadaver? Well. I'm in favor of the Corpulent Cadaver nerfs, so I can't speak on this topic, unfortunately. This is not a good piece, but this is perfect for this kind of champion. Trunda has her own punishment. That's how I feel, dude. I feel like it's like I don't want to suffer through manual Hydra, Chimera, whatever every week, dude. I'm not doing that. That's a death sentence. And I'm saying that as a person who has Trunda. She's right here. I have Trunda, and I don't use her for that purpose. I cannot be asked to manual that shit every weekend or every week. Nope. All right, Heffy, how are we doing here? What do we need? 12% crit. I got the perfect shit. No, wait. Is this 99? Ah, no. Dang it. Rip. Mad Dog Noah, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What's up, Uber? How's it going, man? I don't want to over crit cap here. I guess I can change the weapon. 99 is good enough for Curse City. You say that until he doesn't crit that one last enemy and you die because he didn't crit them. No, I can change the weapon. The weapon's a broken piece. This is fixable. I think we want more speed, so let's just put this on. Like, this is a great broken piece, but he doesn't have to have this specific one. So I need a piece with crit rate ascension. Nah, it has HP. life set. Indeed. Actually, this can roll crit rate, right? I didn't think about that. Alright, let's waste some more silver. In before flat defense. Oh, I called it! Pain. Okay. Don't do as I do. I'm wasting silver outside of artifact enhancement. Alright, we need a replacement for this. Crit rate, crit damage, attack. Speed, crit damage, attack. That'll work. Is this better? Too much crit. Is that better? Not enough crit. Is that better? No, that's worse. Is this better? Too much crit. Too little speed. Too little crit. Oh, that's so close. If that was a 7, I guess it's 5-star. It can't be 7. CVC PR is around the corner. You are right. But I do have a lot of gear sitting at 15. Well, you know, in fairness, we don't even know what the fusion calendar is, but ideally there would be a gear enhancement, as they've renamed it, during that. This is an upgrade, right? Is that a glyph difference on attack? It is. Crit damage is higher. Is that a glyph difference in speed? Oh, it is slower. But that's, I think that's a winner, you guys. Supersonic, one piece. You bet they start with the gear enhancement? No, we had one a few days ago. Divers is going on right now, so I don't think it starts with Divers. And champion training just ended. So, no, my guess is we're starting with, it's a Monday, right? Actually, no. Maybe we do start with the gear enhancement. I think you're right. On second thought. Oh, I was thinking of the fusion warm-up as artifact enhancement, but I don't think that's indicative of anything. But yeah, Dungeon Divers is going on right now, so I don't expect them to start with Divers on a couple of days. We'll see. It doesn't really matter. I hope that it's during CVC, though. That'll be good. Because like we mentioned earlier, like, I will, well, I don't know if I'm going to forge my lethal this CVC. Because I don't have enough of the rank charms. And I'm not going to waste, summons without the rank charms, because I need it. I need, my lethal needs help. Maybe I'll wait for the next PR CVC. I keep distracting myself. I'm sorry. Alright, half rack. Fixed. Right? Yes. Who else was it? Ah, Razzle Dazzle. Where are you, Razzle Dazzle? I feel bad. I don't use this guy, and I know like a lot of people are a huge fan of him, but I have like Nekmothars and whatnot, and I just never needed him. Like, I have other solutions for hard mode Fire Knight, so it's a shame. I have 2 of them too. What did I take from you? Divine Speed? Oh yeah, that God tier piece in Divine Speed. What am I doing? Where am I? What? Divine Speed, sir. Can you read? Hella crit. Speed attack, unknown crit rate. Speed, or crit speed. Speed crit. And I know this is speed resistance. How much does he need? 17. This is 15. This seems overkill. Oh. Well, that works. That's a really good piece. It's a shame that I don't have that on someone better. But if I did need it, it's there to be stolen again. So let's do that. And then we only need... Honestly, we could use this piece, right? Good enough. That is a Curse City champion build for you. You don't use them either? Yeah, it's a shame. Like I know he hits super hard when he starts scaling up increase speed or increases the speed to whatever, and he goes ham in Hydra, but I don't know. It's just... My Hydra teams are pretty much set. Okay. Chimera! Chimera is next on the agenda. Let me refresh these while we wait. Ooh, maybe we get to see our pinpoint in action here. You know what's funny? Is that before I put the pinpoint on my Gaius, I was getting sheeped left and right whenever I try to bomb somebody with polymorph. And then now that it's been like 3 days since he's been in pinpoint, no one sheeps him anymore. Like, typical. I think I've seen it proc one time. We'll see if today's the day. Nope. So I think we've proven that just by putting pinpoint on, you no longer have to worry about polymorph. I think that's the conclusion here. I am excited for the new fusion though. I do have to acknowledge that. And I honestly misread his kit. The buff steal, or not buff steal, the buff decrease is before he attacks, so it's affinity friendly, which is even more powerful. I thought you could weak hit on the buff strip, or buff duration decrease. So you just like strip it off without hitting them, and then you attack, and then the lockout could be weak hit. Could be a weak hit. That's the main thing. Better than Crixia's first form? Yes. Because it cannot be polymorphed. Correct. They're the same affinity, aren't they? I think they're the same affinity. I think Crixia's Spirit. Million Shemales. So what's funny to me is that, yeah, like in terms of seeing him in, like, if I see him in Classic Arena or Tag Team Arena, I'm bringing in Chimera, absolutely, and this is like easy. Or I bring in Siffy. And then he's kind of neutralized. Crixia's a counter to him? If you don't get feared, right? You can get feared and not be able to swap forms. Wait, how does that work? Does it put your metamorph on cooldown? I don't think it can do that, right? I hope not. That'd be kind of busted, no? It does? Oh my god, I didn't know that. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Good night, Carnage. Mythicals aren't counted, they barely exist. I am not allowed to speak on this topic. Reducing buff duration is polymorph proof, correct. You can test it. No, I believe you guys. I have no reason to not trust. I just have never tried to use an ability with True Furon on a mythical champion. Six-star polymorph. Excellent. We got a Gizmac who has Incinerate but is not ascended. What's going on here? And maybe he's out of potions. Or maybe he's new. He probably just got this dude. That actually makes more sense. This is a new mythical for this guy. He ascended him to 2-star to get Incinerate, but he doesn't have enough potions to get him to 6-star. I know the feeling. I have plenty of reasons not to trust. I don't agree with that. Nice. Cheap. Cheap 2? No, just 1. Okay. Is Relentless the best set for Lazarius? Lazarius has kind of changed over the months. Relentless, if you're like only using him in Hydra, maybe. But even then, I think considering the turn limit restrictions in Hydra, if you're gonna use Relentless, you want it on your DPS more so than your supports, because you're wasting turns not doing damage. Wasting is a stretch of a word, but you get the idea. However, I think most people build them like really fast nowadays, with like crit rate gloves, super fast, and then clean up crew if need be. That's what I've been seeing. I still think, you know, I'm old school. Like, I'd still build the all-out nuke Lazarius and just have fun in Form 2. But that's me with not having many lockout champions. Like, you can see I still use Basher. That's the best that I have until Fabian. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, I'll have my first real lockout champion. Nice. We love reaction. So yes, Alice does, but for me, I don't like the hybrid style champions. Wukong is the one exception, because you need to sacrifice main stat damage for accuracy in order for them to do that, or you just don't lock out the people you actually want to lock out. I don't like that trade typically. So if they're going to release a lockout champion that's accessible, I'd rather it be a support. That way I can just focus speed, accuracy, survivability, done. And then I can focus damage on Alice or whoever else. But that's my preference. Let me move myself back here. There we go. That said, I do have gear on Alice. I haven't used her yet. I think I used her once in the Curse City, maybe. But she's in, where is she? Broken set. Actually, no, I stole her gear. I remember. She had a better build, but I stole her gear to put it on Carnage. Hurts your eyes when you see Siegfried in support rooms in Siege? I've yet to see that actually, but I anticipate that would be very painful, yeah. We're pretty low in T6, so we don't see a bunch of the hard people. Like, I mean, we got destroyed by these people. But where's the list? Where's the thing that shows us the rankings? No. Where is it? Is it on the... Am I blind? Well, whatever. Essentially, we're low in T6. Ooh, we got a bot. Hi, bot. Bye, bot. You got the mission out of the way. Yeah, honestly though. Well, okay, so it's a double-edged sword, right? You can say that Arena is going to be so much worse once this fusion drops, but you have to acknowledge the fact that you also have him, right? So it's an arrow in everyone's quiver. In the same way that like Armand's made 3v3 a lot scarier, absolutely, but you also have an Armand's. So you get to use him too. So it's both. It can be painful, it will be painful, but you can also use it against other people. So double-edged sword. It's the same thing when you know everyone wants a champion buff, right? And then you go against that buff champion in like Doom Tower or Curse City, and you're like, what the heck? This champion's so much worse. And it's like, well, yeah, if you buff the champion, their PvE form gets buffed as well, and they have much better stats. Like Clydna. Everyone who was saying, you know, Clydna was trash, right? And then they buffed her. And then now when you go against her in waves, it's like, oh crap, she has a freaking full cleanse and block debuffs and revive on death. Like, she's way worse as an enemy now. Like mini cardio going on there. Sleep on the A1, just as you can see. Like, War Chief has been an absolute menace since the rework. Like, I think it's better because you don't just murder yourself when you attack him. But with the Brogni passive, oh my god, he stays alive for so long. And then his defense is through the roof because he's an enemy and he just claps like your squishy people, and then you're provoked forever. So every champion buff is a double-edged sword if they're enemy PvE champions. Oh yeah, absolutely. Reddit's gonna be. I mean, I don't do Reddit, but yeah, people are gonna be mad as always, say he's trash, and then regret getting him in 3 weeks or whatever. Standard stuff. Yeah, so like if you with like Doom Tower is a bad example because like yeah, you can run like I run Ramontu, and so you can just block any annoying passive. But it is nice from that regard. But in Curse City, good god, he's one of the strongest people. It's like, oh, War Chief, hey, magic champions only, attack base, so you're squishy as hell. And he just comes over and just cleaves you, one-shots your champion because they're squishy in their magic, and he crits. It's like, all right, well, bye. All right, so Chimera, we have two teams here to test, and the intent here is to compare Newt and Ninja, and the change. Well, last week Ninja lost with the Coronet and Relentless, so this time we're seeing what he can do with the Cat's Gaze and Relentless. And I guess we'll run the Newt version first, but we'll see. We'll see if Newt can outdamage, or if Ninja can outdamage Newt. I would prefer to run Ninja just because he's a bit more fun, and he is a little bit easier to do the Perfect Veil Decreased Defense trial. And this is full auto, so we can just chill and chat or whatever. I still personally love Wallmaster Atharion for this. I know, like, you know, I don't have Marius yet, but obviously Marius would probably be better than both Newt and Ninja. It's debatable. But I love Wallmaster Atharion. No, I don't have Marius yet. I've been bad. I fully acknowledge I've been bad. I've been lazy with it, and I regret being lazy, but I'm just behind on the missions. I'm on page 3, but I think the mission right now, it's like get 20 mythical artifacts. And there's been so much champion training the past couple of weeks that I have literally not set foot in a dungeon for a week and a half. I basically went from the Hero's Path, hella grinding champion training, into the Sand Devil turn attack, and then right back into champion training for the tournament that ended last night because I wanted the mythical tome. So like I haven't stepped foot in a dungeon for a good bit, aside from like the advanced quest, I guess, but like I haven't farmed a dungeon for a while. 1 mil on each hit. Well, I think 1 mil on each hit is Ultra Nightmare. Maybe. This is brutal. I'm not an Ultra Nightmare yet. I could be, but our clan's not, so it doesn't really matter. I'm in a clan with normal people, as I like to call them. So we're not doing Ultra Nightmare double key every week or whatever. And I like it that way. There's no pressure, or less pressure. Esme is good. I haven't summoned her, and I don't plan to, but I think she's decent for anyone who doesn't have Aostrid, or didn't do Aostrid last year, which was a lot of people, surprisingly. Good night, Lydia. Nice to see you. Good night, Atharion. I don't think most people have Moto. That's probably why you don't see him. It's not that he's bad. Well, let me not say that. His cracking roots ability is underwhelming, to say the least, from what I've seen. But I think more people just don't have him, so you're not going to see him much. I think Esme's okay, though. Actually, while we're here, would you guys prefer to see the chat on the screen? Or would you prefer to see it in whichever platform you're watching from? So my problem with the raid like interface is that there's like no good spots for anything because there's so much going on any given time. It's like you're always blocking something. Is it joined on both platforms? I don't actually know. Let's see. You pulled a dupe war mother and a dupe war chief. Man, Uber, you're going to war, dude. Clearly. Alright, so that's a YouTube message. Uber, can you type something else? Let's see if it's both. Ooh, it is both. Okay. Is that a preference on this, folks? We got chat in the bottom right here. I mean, it looks fine on this screen. I don't know how it's gonna look in like on the home screen. Let me reduce that so we're not going all the way up here. All right. Yeah? You're in both chats? Oh, nice, nice. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way for me to show which chat you're in. I can look into that. Does it show badges? Platform icons. All right, sorry, I reset the chat. Type again. Let's see. I think that should show the platform banner. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right, we're in business. All right, so there now you know who's who. Okay. Totally professional streamer here, guys. Yep. Totally professional streamer. All right, there you go. So now, all right. So now we can, everyone can talk to whoever. Quality just went up. Exactly. This is what your sub money goes towards, guys. All one of you. No. That's cool. All right. Oh, I guess it's still cutting it off. Down for YouTube. Nah. I mean, if I'm being honest, I have a bias for Twitch. But that's because I think Twitch is... Actually, no, let's just leave it. They'll just get stuff cut off there, that's fine. I think Twitch is... Or, no, not even I think. Twitch is better for chat interaction, and YouTube is a better viewer experience. Because you can skip the ads. Let's be real here. So that's why I like doing both. It's like, hey, whoever you know, the viewer gets to pick their poison, right? But my preference, if I'm watching a stream, I want to watch it on Twitch because I prefer to interact and chat and have emotes and all that fun stuff. But if I know a lot of people don't want to have two platforms, so. Oh yeah, premium. Okay. Yeah, I'm not that bougie. I kid. No, I don't mind hitting the skip ad button. Resub 4 months. I don't remember if 4 months is a new display key color. I think it's 5 months. But thank you, much appreciated. You use YouTube to watch, yeah. So like, I don't mind the ads on YouTube because most of the time when I'm watching YouTube, I'm on my computer and I can just hit skip. But I do get annoyed when I'm like cooking in the kitchen, which is like, you can't see it, it's behind the green screen, but like it's in the other room behind me, and it's like, oh, ad, 2-minute ad. I'm like, shit, I'm like washing dishes. Like, come on, man, you know? I can't hit skip. Then I get annoyed. But every other instance when I'm at my desk, it's like, fine, watch the thing for 10 seconds and hit skip and I'm good to go. Remember when we paid for TV? Yeah. I have a TV that my parents gave me and I haven't used it. I don't have cable here. I get my consumption from Twitch and YouTube. What is this Nekmothar Gearden? This is my Nightmare Hydro one, so he's in Provoke. It is not optimized for this fight. Are we facing Nightmare? No, this is Brutal. Ooh, we got bad RNG. Oh, they're dead. Good night. Whoa, chill, brother. Heading out, Dobby. Appreciate you hanging out. Now, the reason we're doing Brutal is because my ninja does not have enough accuracy for Nightmare and or Beyond. So we wouldn't get the burns, which defeats the purpose of trying to do the trials. So it's a stat diff problem. Oh, don't kill a Thorian. Oh! Oh man, that was close. Actually, he might still die as soon as he transforms. He's gonna die unless we get healed. Oh, clutch. Clutch heal. Thank you, Galather. Appreciate it. Is this a single fee versus having to sub to all your preferred streamers? No, Twitch has Turbo. It's the same thing as Premium, or YouTube Premium, effectively. You could do the same thing if you wanted to. Where you just get no ads. They copied each other. I forget which one was first. I think YouTube Turbo predates YouTube Premium. But who cares? Imagine having a Galather. Yeah, imagine. What's his heal based on? His max HP. Which is why it's always going to be 30,000-ish. $143 on auto nightmare. Dude. Nicely done. I'm not going to do Nightmare today, but my best semi-manual run is somewhere just over 100 mil. Oh, the other thing about the difference between the platforms, it's kind of on the back end, but it's still nonetheless important. But Twitch is better for making money while you're broadcasting. And YouTube is better for making money from ad revenue after you're offline, because the VOD stays up forever. Oh, good night, Lydia. And that's just the nature of the substructure, right? Because, like, subbing to a channel on YouTube doesn't prevent you from getting ads. Nothing does, aside from Premium. But if you sub to the channel on Twitch, you don't get ads on that channel. So it's a trade-off. Twitch cards can be they expire after 2 weeks. Oh, rip. No, the VODs are monetized, but it's just the ads are so, like, they're minuscule in comparison to YouTube ads. YouTube ads pay more because more people use the platform. Wow, he didn't kill himself with the... Oh, there's no decreased defense. Okay, I was like, how did Newt survive that? It's a self-deletion right there. Yeah, I've been active basically enough to finish the fusion. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, take the VOD yeah. That's the part where I am lazy, and I was like, I can stream on Twitch exclusively, download it, edit it in some form, and re-upload it to YouTube. That's one way. Or I can just stream to both and not have to edit more. So, yeah, option 2. Hashtag laziness for the win. Oh, you're on the live arena mission. Okay, I'm still on the mythical artifact mission, and then I have, I think I have 30 live arena wins after that one. It's either live arena wins or it's one of the Iron Twins missions. Throw kick? Absolutely not. Kick is not making any money right now. So I don't trust the stability of the platform. They're in the red. They're being subsidized by their gambling parent. Like, Kick is where you go if you want to make the most ad share revenue at the moment while live. But eventually Kick is gonna have to do something to actually turn a profit, and we may not like what that option is in the future. But, so you can do it for the time being, get your bag, but Kick is a veneer for the game. Exactly. It's I don't want to say it's a front, but it's kind of the same way that YouTube Live is not trying to compete with Twitch, which sounds weird because it exists. But what I mean by that is that they want to just have a platform, but they don't want to have the best platform. If that makes sense. Because the way, like, YouTube is horrible for discoverability. Like, the only reason that people know that my stream exists is because they're subscribed to the channel. If you had no idea who I was, you would never see the stream, practically speaking. Which makes it, like, not impossible, but it's really difficult to grow if you're just streaming to YouTube exclusively. It's just really bad, like, business strategy. Of streaming platforms, maybe. I'm too young to know 4chan. Yeah, you got through the notification. So, like, yeah, if you're subscribed, which is, this is not a pitch, I'm just explaining how it works. If you're subscribed and you have notifications on, then it will tell you on your YouTube feed, hey, this person is live. Great. If you're subscribed to the person and you don't have notifications on, it'll show up on your homepage if they're live. Great. If you're not subscribed, you're a casual watcher, you won't see it. And unfortunately, just the way statistics works and analytics, most people that watch your channel, any given channel, are not subscribed. So most people aren't going to see that I'm streaming unless they're on my channel. Like if you're on my channel looking at other stuff, you will see that I am live and you can go there, but it won't necessarily recommend it unless you like really watch every single one of my videos. Then it would recommend the live stream. But like you have to be like dedicated to that person. It's just like YouTube puts the onus on the viewer to tell them, the algorithm, what they want to see, and people are terrible at doing that. It's not like TikTok where it just like reads your brain and gives you what you want to see. You're doing brutal right now and Ram hit Lady 5 times in a row? Only 5 times? Step it up, bruh. Mine dies in 3 hits. The thing is, you want Lydia to die. Assuming you have a reviver. You want her to die because it gets her out of the duel and then she can actually place her debuffs. Otherwise she's stuck just fearing with the A1, which is not a bad thing, but you're just missing out on damage. Actually, speaking of notifications, I forgot to push the broadcasting from my Discord. Whoopsies. Yeah, that's why, like, yeah, you can prevent the death, but you don't want to. Which is stupid. It's a really dumb form. The duel is impossible to win, so you'd rather die than deal with it. Which defeats the purpose, because you can just sacrifice your champion. And then all of your DPS just murder themselves when they try to do damage. It's like the most backwards ass form of the Chimera. A lot of the times I will err on the side of positive neutrality, but I cannot explain the thought behind ram form at all. It makes no sense. Even if you go with the argument of, oh, you're supposed to use block damage or something to stay alive, there's not enough of those champions that would make sense in a Chimera team. Unless they're planning for champions that don't exist, which is never good practice. But they do that a lot. You have Elva? I am jealous, sir. Oh god, are we gonna die? Not really bad RNG here. A person with... Yeah, absolutely! Elva's better than Galathir for this fight. Absolutely. The 3-turn cooldown revive. And then you run her in protection set, and then you don't have to worry about your... You worry less about your buffs being stolen in Viper form. She's actually more powerful. Wholeheartedly. Galathir will give you more turns overall, but as you just saw, with bad RNG, we didn't even do any damage in Viper form at all. So I'd rather have my champion stay alive versus have them potentially get more turns if the stars align for Galathir. Pun intended. How come I didn't get Elven shoes guaranteed? Oh, Uber. Driving the knife. My biggest regret. So my logic... Oh, I forgot about we're low health, so Soul Reap does Soul Reap things. My logic 3 years ago was I don't need her because we just had Pythion as a fusion. Fusion? No, she was guaranteed 20 Sacreds 2.5 years ago, give or take. I didn't do Necmo either, but I did get lucky and I pulled him later. But yeah, my justification was she's basically Pythion, but I have Pythion. And I was wrong. But I'm wrong hindsight, so you have to give the grain of salt there. Like, I was wrong 2 years too early. Like, you know. However, that's changed my it helped change my perspective when it comes to guaranteed champions, where I think about, are they useful now, and also will they be useful in the future? So like what was the last one? The dude Bells the Reckoner? Like, I looked at his kit and I'm like, this is not going to help me later on, it's not going to help me now, and I'm betting that I'm correct that it's not going to help me later on. But if we got another Elva type champion nowadays, I would definitely get her. Is this Fonk? Oh my god. Okay. I dig this. Hey, Sweet Potato, how's it going? Yes, we did merge the chats on the screen, so we do have that. I guess it's a little clipping with the content, but there's no good place for it. I mean, we could put it above my head. I don't know if that's better. That's one on the right. I mean, yeah, I don't know if there's a better, like, contrasty color. You here for the music? Hey, shout out to Monster Cat. Shout out to Monster Cat. All the tracks are in the upper right-hand corner. Yep. I'm feeling this. I've been getting into funk, like drift funk and funk house recently, so I'm feeling that one. I'll write that down for later. All right, test number 2, Ninja with the cat's gaze, and I can make, yeah. So I could scale it down. I could put a background in, but then I'd be blocking some content. So it's kind of a trade-off. I could do that though. That's what the music is on a little black box. Let's see. Where is it? Let's get bumpy with it. Bumpy with it. Let's call it chat. Chat backdrop. All right. Oh, that's not the right layer. Let's get bumpy with it. Ugh. Wrong one. Doing this live here, folks. Doing this live. Do that. Let's make that a bit higher. That in a bit more. Or should we bring it all the way out to the champions thing, maybe? So there. I mean, yeah, you guys have to tell me because I mean, it's tiny on my screen, but you're probably watching on like the full size because I just have like a preview of the stream. Make that a bit taller. Make these match. Okay, no, hold on. Oh. There we go. Man, let's try that for now. A little higher. Well, let me, because it depends on the different menus. Let's see. Let's just take a survey here. That seems fine. It's not blocking the keys or the other menus. It's gonna be blocking the stats. That's the trade-off here. But we can also see the stats here. I guess we're blocking accuracy, but that's not too important. Any of these menus? Siege maps, okay. Curse City. It's fine. Alright, we'll leave it. Is there a gap? There is a gap. Okay. Alright. We'll start with that. Maybe, instead of pure black, let me do, like, gray. Dark gray. Is that better or worse than black? Let me just start this. I should have started this a while ago. Okay, you guys can't see my screenshot, but the final outcome there of that run, that test run, Wallmaster Atharion did 60 million damage, and Newt did 54 million damage. I'm able to make it slightly transparent. Make the background transparent. The backdrop transparent. I don't know. Yes. Too much. Maybe there. 70%. I guess if we're gonna go transparent, might as well go full contrast. There? We'll see it. We'll see how it is. Let me know. I am open. That is for you guys to in a group? Yeah, I'll deal with that later. In the same way that I have the two cameras. Oh, Slippy and Darby. I didn't know Darby made a song on mine. Okay. Do you get dumb moments? I mean, dude, don't we all? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure I had like 5 brain farts this stream. You're trolling. Get out of here. Get out of here, Uber. How dare you? The nerve. The nerve! I mean, yeah, that was a brain fart from like 2 years ago. I mean, but like IRL, I can't. What did I say that was dumb recently? Oh, I was last week years old, to use the Gen Z term. You know, I'm over 30 years old, and it never occurred to me that a t-shirt is called a t-shirt because it is shaped like a T. So I'll say that that was my recent dumb moment. It's not that I didn't know that per se, but I never thought about that being the purpose of calling it a t-shirt as opposed to some other letter. So that was my like, oh wow, I should probably have known that. Because we were talking about, well, I grew up when they're called singlets. That's how my parents called them. I think in stores they're technically called A-shirts, and then colloquially they're known as wife beaters, right? And we're like A-shirts, and I was like, wait, because it's shaped like an A, and I was like, oh my god, a t-shirt is shaped like a T, and it was just like a light bulb. And everyone was looking at me like, you didn't know that? It's like, hey man, we all don't know everything in the world, okay? That's the one thing, like, IRL, like, I will own up to my ignorance. I'm not afraid to be like, hey man, I should have known that, and I don't, and I never learned it when I was younger, or whatever the reason is. It's all good. You're paying a bill, had some extra money, grabbed some bills, and assumed they were half of what they were. See, your problem there is that you're paying bills with cash. Huh? I don't think I've paid a bill in person in 10 years. When you were a kid, they were called muscle shirts. That's interesting. That makes sense, though. That sounds like a West Coast, beachy type descriptor. Although that's like US-centric. Texas. Oh, okay, way off. That's weird. I was technically born in Texas, but my parents are immigrants, so influences are a little different. Oh, that's interesting. I guess the highest defense on this squad is Nekmothar instead of Newt, so it changes the target of what is this form called? Lion form? Fellow Texans, yes sir. Muscle shirt in the Midwest. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't hear the term wife beater until much later on in my life. And I still... that's not my default term. I still say singlet. Which I think singlet is kind of developed from like the circus vibe. I think technically it's like a leotard, right? Or like that kind of look of like the circus guy with the weight above his head or whatever, with the old school ball dumbbells. I think that's more of what a singlet is, or like what people would attribute it to be, like the full like down through the crotch. But that's what my parents called it, so that's what I call it. I think I've told the story before. But, yeah, my friends from college, who are still my friends now, but they didn't know that I was from Texas originally. Like, I don't sound like it at all. And when I was younger, I used to have an accent, southern accent, and I decided to get rid of it because I didn't want to sound like a hillbilly. And I can say that because I'm from Texas. But... so I got rid of it when I was like 10 or something. I don't exactly remember how I did that, but I basically just changed the way I spoke to how I sound now, minus the deep voice, I guess. I was high pitched or whatever. But so yeah, when I got to college, my friends. It's not that they didn't believe me, but they didn't they wouldn't have guessed Texas. But there were a couple of words that I didn't say the couple of words that I would say that would give away that I was from Texas, or that I was at least, you know, from the South. And it used to be like, I say it correctly now, like drawers, but I used to say drawers. Like you put your clothes in the drawers. I still say yo. That's just a Southern thing. But the funniest thing was when, like, for the longest time when I would say Texas, my accent would come out. So I'd say Texas. So I would sound like this, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm from Texas." They're like, "Whoa, where'd that come from?" It's like it's dormant. But it's just a weird, like, switch of just like I'd sound like this, and then in certain words it'd be like, "Oh yeah, oh hell yeah, brother, right on." But yeah, I can still tap into it, but it's very, 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 very dormant. A lot of Texans speak without an accent. True. Asmongold, he has an accent. It's just very, very slight. He has the twang a little bit, but he doesn't have like the standard like Southern sound, if that makes sense. But his the way he speaks, it's very Texas. It's hard to explain, but I know what I mean. But there's also like the, you know, Hispanic Mexican influence as well, so people just don't sound ubiquitous. In the same way that like people, like I grew up most of my life in Georgia, so most people in Georgia don't have, maybe not most, Georgia's a large place, but like the Alabama, Mississippi accent, in the more rural areas you're going to find the accent more, but in the more city sides you're not going to see it as much. Depends where you are. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I always hate when people say like, "Oh, I moved when I was 2 years old." It's like, you didn't move, your parents moved you. But my parents moved us to Georgia when I was in 3rd grade. So was that 8 years old? Yeah, ish. So majority of my life, for at least the next few years, will have been in Georgia. But I've been a working professional for going on 8 years here now. On the West Coast and the Pacific Northwest. Point being, I don't remember Texas that well, but I remember Georgia pretty well. But that's wild that we're literally like exact opposites, minus the year. I think when we moved, it would have been 2004. No, that's not right. It had to have been 2003. Eastern Washington. Yeah, that's the Eastern Washington is like the Wild West for me. I've never been out there in the other side of the mountains. It's a foreign land as far as I'm concerned. I stay in my little Seattle pocket here. Oh, you're in Savannah? I've been to Savannah once. One time. I think it was when my sister was thinking about going to SCAD. For those who don't know, it's the Savannah College of Art and Design, I believe. Much less precipitation. I imagine, yeah, because you're on the other side of the mountains. But it's also like less urban. Not that it's particularly rural, but it's less urban. I'm not accustomed to urban life, to be fair. I'm full-blown suburban. Oh, you know, I totally forgot about live arena. I guess we can do a few fights after this. Oh, it's super rural? Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. Clearly, I've not been. If you couldn't tell. Having a great life in the USA? That's a loaded question. I'm not as prideful as some stereotypical people you might consider, but I think if you're well off, it's a good place to be. And that's kind of the end of the sentence. If you're not well off, it could be a horrible place to be. Isn't that true everywhere? Yes, but I'm saying that we're not different. Like, yeah, we're not like a war-torn African Middle Eastern nation. True. But I would say we're probably the most third world, first world country. If that makes sense. If you're well off, you're probably fine. If you're not, you're suffering. And there's no in-between. Or I should say, the in-between has been whittled down over the years by corporate America. Well, the thing is, though, poverty is relative. So I agree with you. There are certain places where I'd rather be poor. But that's because poor is not bad in other places. But poor in America is like you're homeless, living on the street, or you can't pay you're stuck in a small apartment that you can barely afford, and you're living paycheck to paycheck. And if anything happens in your life, you're screwed. And I am very, very privileged to not be in that situation, thankfully. But I feel for people who are. Well, that's what I mean. Medical or otherwise. That, like, statistics show that most people right now in America, they, like, if they had a car or someone dinked their car and they had to repair it for $1,000, they wouldn't be able to pay $1,000. They don't have a savings for something super small, incidental. Much less a big medical surgery or something like that. Part of it's the lack of financial literacy, in fairness. But a lot of it's just the state of affairs. Not to get too political. It's hard to get out of a hard situation. There are barriers to that. For sure. It's possible. Like, my parents weren't rich. They worked until they couldn't work anymore. I mean, my mom still works. My dad passed away. But they were immigrants. They came here. They worked and worked and worked. Raised 3 kids. Put us through college. And we came out okay. So, it's possible. But it's not easy, that's for damn sure. They had to sacrifice a lot. Financial literacy is an endemic? Absolutely. Or is endemic? Absolutely. Yep. People don't know. The fact that people can throw around 6-figure salary like it's the easiest thing in the world to obtain is what blows my mind. Like, people don't know what these numbers mean. and what it actually takes to get it. It's like what I mean by that is like you'll have kids. I could say that now because I'm 30, but you'll have kids coming out of college being like, I want to make 6 figures, and it's like, dude, the median income is 40 grand. What are you talking about? You're you don't qualify. The people making 6 figures are in industry for 10 years. Calm down. You don't come out of college making 6 figures unless you work for a burnout company. Birches be tripping. Facts. I wouldn't say they sacrificed their lives. I mean, you know, they came here looking to, you know, expand their horizons, right? That, you know, go to college and whatnot. The only sacrifice would have been, you know, having kids, but that was their choice. But yeah, they're standard blue-collar people. Where are my parents from? They're from Nigeria, in Africa. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours 30. No, I'm just kidding. When did I start streaming? I mean, my Twitch channel was started probably, I don't know, 2018. I used to stream a different game, so that's where, like, that's why I have all this. Well, you can't see it, but I have a lot of equipment already that I had, and I just repurposed it for the purpose of making raid content. But streaming raid, it's been 6 months, maybe November. Streaming in general, probably on and off for 4 years. COVID times. What game? RuneScape, RS3, which I am soft retired from. I just don't have the time to play. The only reason not the only reason. The way I like to explain it is I only have time for one grindy game, and RS3 is equally as grindy as Raid is, and so I don't have the time to do it. Are Black Santa hats worth much? I have no clue. I have no knowledge of the current RuneScape economy. I haven't played in at least over a year. Why did I start playing Raid? A couple of people asked. COVID. I was one of the many people who was working from home, watching people on Twitch play Among Us, and there was a streamer who was doing a Raid sponsorship thing, and I was like, why the hell not? Let me just support the streamer, sign up for this thing that they're not going to play in 2 weeks. And then I was like, hey, this game's actually pretty dope. And then here I am 4 years later. Addicted. Ooh, not good, Ninja. Not good. I mean, I guess that's weird. Authorian did a lot less damage too. I'm not sure why that is. Yeah, you guys can't see it. But let's see. So this run, 92 million. The last run was 124 million. Nekmothar did 5 million last time into 4 million this time. That's kind of negligible. Lydia did 3 million versus 4.5. It's negligible. Atharian did 60 million last time, 48 million this time. That's odd. Maybe he died more? He might have died more during Ram form, which might contribute to that discrepancy. And then Newt did 54 million and Ninja did 33. Oof. However, from my memory banks, Ninja did more damage with the Cat's Gaze, but again, he is in Relentless, not Merciless. I think Merciless, he'd be better off with the Coronet. I think that's true. However, he's also 1-star Blessing, so Nature's Wrath isn't really doing, or it takes forever to ramp up. But unfortunately, Newt, as is still the winner Newt cuts defense. Good point. Cruelty is not as strong as Newt. Or I guess they stack. Is that how that works? Good point. So yeah, Thoran did less damage because of, yeah. That's a great point. That explains it. I'm not looking for a difference in the overall damage. I'm just trying to see if they're competitive in terms of overall damage output. And they are not. Taking off. Appreciate you stopping by, as always. They don't stack with cruelty? What do you mean by don't stack, meaning they're independent? Or because if they, I would think they do stack based on the result here. Not stack, but they both work. No, it's not additive. But it's Oh, I see. Okay. Whichever is higher will take. Okay, I see. But then doesn't cruelty? What does cruelty top out at? What am I doing? Wait, 20%. Well, no, it's 10%. Yeah, because he's only 3-star. So we're only getting 10% on this. And then Newt goes up to 30%, right? Okay. I see. I see. I mean, that makes... Yeah, that makes it very, very difficult to not use Newt, right? How do people get it? I don't understand. How do people get away with not using Newt then? I guess they just have so much ignore defense that it combats for that. Like you're ignoring so much that it doesn't matter that he reduced it by 30%. Crushing Rend. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like ignore defense with Crushing Rend, Cat's Gaze, etc. I don't know. Some high level mumbo jumbo. Use a Chrysia. Yeah. Exactly, right? 5-head. You don't have to ignore it if it doesn't exist. Oh, I mentioned it earlier. I might as well show it. But recently established Affinity Breaker Merciless Ugo. So I'm not going to do that in today's stream. But I am keen to see what she can do in Hydra. She was formerly in Relentless. So I finally got her into I got this pretty recently. It's not the best, but like it's enough and it's merciless and that's all that matters. But excited for that test. So we're not going to rerun it, but Newt is the winner, so we can delete. We can delete this team. Sorry, Ninja. Still don't make the cut. I wonder then if... I wonder if the Cat's Gaze is better on someone else then, if that's not enough to make a Ninja competitive. Like, again, I'll give him another shot with, if I can get him into Merciless 6-piece sometime in the future. But for now, Newt's the winner. You're the Cornet. Yeah, I had the Cornet on him last week, and I tested it, and he did even worse than now. But I think the merciless aspect is really the kicker for a lot of people. Or they just have a higher tier blessing. I have a 1-star blessing, so he just doesn't have a bunch of extra stats. I don't know. Could be any number of things. Or the random RNG of the run. Like, Chimera's a focus, but I'm not trying super hard because, like I've said a few times, I don't have a perfect protection set cleanser reviver champion. I'd have to sacrifice one of my existing like PvE PvP champions, and I don't like swapping gear. So like it would really hemorrhage my Galathier to put him into protection set for arena. And then Pythion wouldn't function as well as he does without the regen for like the super tank that he is. I'm just not willing to sacrifice that for a new content that's not like imperative that I max it out and beat it. You know, I can do some stuff, but it's not like, well, I have to be doing Ultra Nightmare or else I can't compete. It's like, no, I'm chilling. Golden Elixir, trash. Excellent. We got 3 stars on Ninja. Ooh, another journal. I do need this. That's good. That is for Aostrid. Mask of Rage. Perfect. That is food. That is, well, potentially also food. And the death bell. Okay. Not bad. Let's put this on though. This is my 3rd journal. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Upgrade, take level 3. Whip. The grind of raid is getting to you? Yes. I've learned to embrace the grind, but I can empathize with that sentiment. I think I just kind of pick my battles when it comes to what I want to do in raid. Like, I think fun is like the most important thing overall, but a subset of that is just, you know, making sure I can do things that I want to do. But if I can't do things, then it's not the end of the world. Or it's just going to take a lot longer to do it. You combine components with the Alice ones. Oh, yeah. You're right. I can do that next time. I'm really lazy with relics. I don't know. I think they're cool, but I think they're unnecessary. I know they're a lot more popular with the masses, but I mean, it's just like I think we were kind of doing fine without them. But you have to have some reward space from Chimera, so I get it. I guess we're kind of running out of time here. We got 1 hour to do 8 live arena fights. All right, let's dive in. You know, I just realized that they added or they changed the win-loss rates for gold. Now it's like 9 and 3, right? So it's, your wins are worth a lot more now, because before it was basically 1 to 1. I think it was like 5 for winning, 4 for losing. So like you win loss and you're down 1. Which sadly, like that would have helped me like 2 months ago when I was pushing to get into gold 2, gold 3, but oh well. It's a shame. Can't use Mezabel yet. Because I need the mastery. Well, I need the ascension, really. That's the most important thing. Masteries are somewhat less important. So now we're gonna go Arbiter Siphi here. Yeah, yes, we do have more spaces. I've been, oh god. Yeah, I've been changing up my strategy as of late. My default response used to be Galathyr Siphi into the Armons, but then that leaves me open to them having Armons Arbiter, which means I automatically am going second, and then they ban Siphi, and then I guarantee to go second. So I've been changing my strategy a little bit. So this means that we can run Ancora to protect us from Odin, and we're just gonna have to deal with the Shuzen. We don't have a choice here, but we're gonna run Oriba. What are my thoughts on Live Arena Seasons? I don't care one way or the other. If it helps it be more fun for people that care about Live Arena, then I support it. I'm not one of those people that says every update has to do something for me. If it does something for other people, great. Oh, speak of the devil, he's got Mezamel. He doesn't like my Harima, I guess. Oh, this is bad. Wait. Oh no, he has Shuzen Mez. Oh shit. He's gonna ban whatever I pick. Okay, let's do this. We're griefing hard. We lose this no matter what, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, he didn't. He went for Arbiter. Why? Why did he go for Arbiter? No, the thing is, she can only block revive one of them. So what I wanted her to do was that she can either block revive Wukong or block revive Harima. But she can't kill both. I don't really care. This is a loss. There's a freaking Odin and a Shuzen. Like, this is beyond over. There's no way I win a speed race against Shuzen with an Odin. Who does she kill? I assume she wants Harima. Oh, no, she wants the Wukong. Okay. Harima will stay alive because you decrease defense. Can't sleep her. He's gonna change forms, and am I even gonna get a turn? I don't think so. No, we're not gonna get a turn. Okay, I was like, what are you waiting for? Change form, AoE, yeah. Okay, yeah, we don't even get a turn. That's fine. Yeah, I understand on paper that Wukong there makes no sense, but the thought there is that if she kills Harima, Wukong can do something because he just comes back to life. And then she can't kill both of them. But I kind of resolve myself to lose when, like, my least favorite opponent is Armon Shuzen. Because then no matter what, whoever I ban, they're gonna go first. Because they're gonna ban my speed lead, which is like Arbiter. And then either I'm controlled to death by Armons, or I never get a turn because a Shuzen exists. So I kind of just gave up on that one. That Meza could have been me. I wish. She's not booked. She's not descended and waiting for CVC. So it's gonna be a couple of days, unfortunately. Did I get Marius? No, don't have Marius yet. Speaking of Marius. Oh no, not a Carnage. No. Marius or Carnage? Marius or Carnage? I think we banned Marius. What do you use to counter Marius? There is no counter to Marius. It doesn't exist yet. There's so many people that just read gold for. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Alas, my dude, you already have enough. What are you doing to me, man? Good God. Well, I can't let block damage into those. We just can't do anything, right? Ban Arbiter go first. No, the Lady Mikage is faster than my Siphi with Speed Aura. Oh, he left in the Armons. Oh, I didn't pick 2 DPS. I'm stupid. Rookie mistake. We were talking about doing something stupid earlier. Well, there you go. Oh, this is... I don't even... Yeah, yeah, okay. It's fine. I'm not gonna suffer through this. I'll eat the mistake on that one. Now, I understand that some people do that as a strategy. When they like pick an Armans because they know Armans is going to be bait and whatnot, ban bait, but I don't go with that strategy because most people call my bluff and they do that and they just like, yeah, good luck, buddy. But it's like, it's the people who know that they're faster and they're not afraid of the Armans because he's never going to get a turn. I've definitely had a fight though where I banned the DPS and left in the Armans and he controlled me to death even though I had like 2 Force champions. He never weak hit once, controlled me, and slowly whittled me down. But I think it was also like a crit rate Armand, so he just kind of kept smacking like a truck. He left me Arbiter, so we're gonna go more aggro here. We're gonna go on the offensive. Am I blind? I am blind. Where the hell? I'm like, where's Gaius, bro? What the hell? Is nice build, yes, but I don't run nice into Marius because he dies when he changes forms. It's kind of pointless. You sometimes go with 1 DPS. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's people are sneaky, man. Especially Freya's. Or what on earth? What in the pocket aces is this? Okay, that ruins my plan. That was not, I was not expecting. It was gonna ban the Rotos here, right? Once again, this is like almost back-to-back Armand Shuzen, my least favorite combo. Yeah, you ban the Rotos. No, he's gonna ban the Rotos, it doesn't matter. Like, he's got me here. If I do anything with the Gaius, they're under block damage. He wins. There's no way to win this. And then Shuzen's gonna give Wukong the baton and I just die in 1 hit. GG's. Oh, I go first. What the heck? Wait, what? My Arbiter outsped a Shuzen? That's embarrassing, sir. Okay, that's deterrence. Arbiter speed, 377? We actually have a chance. Okay, I lied. We're gonna get block actived. Resist! Oh, or we could just do that. Okay. We love Shuzen, guys. We love Shuzen. Nice. We're crushing it today, boys. 0-3. Well, I guess if we carry over from last night, I'm 1-4 because I got my 1 win yesterday. I'm almost to that point, Pad, where it's just like go speed versus speed, and if I lose the speed race, then I just lose. It is faster. Like, I think ready to build in stone skin. Nope, that's on principle. Oh, this is my gimme fight. We lost too many times in a row. I should spare him. Let's not do that. In before whips out Georgia Chuzen. Susan? Who the heck is Susan? Oh, you poor child. All right, let's have some fun with this one. Not too much fun. I'm not gonna go like nice on him, but the thing is, I was really looking forward to use Carnage as well, because I believe he can steal buffs, right? So there's a potential to steal stone skin from people, but just placing the block active, block passive thing and spreading it around could be absolutely menacing. What is this? Get rid of candy. Oh, Shuzen. I call her Shuzi. Shuzzy. Susan sounds too American. Ah, you fell for my trap card. Which is that Arbiter is not mandatory on this team. Is this a bot? Probably. Can I open their profile card? Yeah, I can't do anything against that. I could have burned the stone skin off, but I'm not worried about an Alice one-shotting my entire team. That's highly unlikely. Like, he can kill Fanax, maybe. Oof. Not even. Yeah, that's a bot team. That's a bot team. I'll take the freebie, though. Thank you, I need it. I mean, with the freaking base avatar, I think we kind of have all we need to know on that one. I'm sorry, I'm not afraid of Alice. No offense. Like, Thor has earned my respect in terms of his arena damage. Alice has not earned my respect. So I will not respect an Alice in arena. Not yet. Like, prove me wrong. But no one has done so. No one even uses her. Okay, stole my Arbiter. It's fine. Like, I've had numerous instances where I'm like, cool, I'm buffed up, I got increased defense, I got my shield, and Thor's just like... It's like, oh, okay, you just killed 3 people. It's like, well... let's go Tormund. Yeah. Tormund Harima. Now you have to worry about cleansing, or you just freeze yourself, or he's in stone skin and he doesn't care. Let's see. He has the Freya avatar, so I'm expecting a Freya here. I don't remember if where was the Freya avatar in? Was that a Hero's Path? Oh, he doesn't have Freya. Okay. there's the cleanse. So we baited him into the cleanse, which is good, because now I can ban Marius, and then he has a bunch of stuff to counter the Torment that I didn't really care to use. And I can use Rhodos. I think I win this one. Like, part of the power, in my mind, part of the power of Torment is it screws up their planned draft, and once they compromise, then I could exploit what they did to compromise. Because now there's a Wukong into a Harima. He could ban the Harima, but then he can't kill Rhodos in one shot, and then I can kill everybody else. He bans the Siphi. Oh, he's risking it. Okay. But that now I have 2 DPS. So Wukong can at best, he can sheep Harima, and then my Rhodos has free reign, because he has nothing else. GG's. It's a matter of time, I should say. It's not automatic GG, but it's a matter of time. And then he can't stun Rhodos because of Ancora. Yep, no increased attack. Love to see it. He can cleanse. She can stun, but she can't stun Rhodos. Or is it Harima? My bad. He can't stun Harima. This is fine. As long as I get a turn before the Wukong comes back, we're good. Ah, damn. Hey, yo, chill, brother. Alright, Harima's back in action. Wukong's gonna cut in, but he has his A2, but he can't kill Harima with that. Bree is on Elva, perfect. Ancor is dead. Okay. Arbiter gone. Elva gone. Provoke. Perfect. Harima back. A1. Weak hit on Wukong. Weak hit on Wukong. Classic. GG's! All that from a Torment pick. Underrated. Boxed him into a corner that I could escape from. I'll take that. I'm gonna go Siphi this time. I don't like to run the exact same thing every time, just to try and not fall into the same traps every time. Okay, he's starting strong. That's fine. We can ignore the passive. I like to counter my opponents as much as I can, or at least threaten stuff. So now he has to think, okay, he can... Oh, God. He can ignore Nice's passive. Queen of Hearts is dangerous. Very dangerous, actually. I have protection set Siphi, and I could take a chance here. We have to run Ancora in order to protect whoever my nuker is. I'm assuming we're losing Arbiter here, but I get a speed aura. I ban the Armands. Queen of Hearts cuts in, that's fine, but if we go first, I can still be in control of the fight. It's a question of who after that. I'm anticipating some Stone Skin BS here. So I kind of want to run Wukong, actually. That way I can just sheep somebody. And if he gets feared, then so be it. But he could throw me for a loop on this one. I don't know. I have no clue who this is going to be. Our base. Ah, okay. So he wants to double down on the speed aura. If he kills Wukong with the block revive, I'm not worried about that. But if he bans Narcisse in order to focus Wukong, then I get the speed lead and I go first. Okay, I go first. Which means he's in Stone Skin, which is scary, but workable. We'll see. I am sniffing some Stone Skin. Yes. Under our base. Maybe. Come on, protection set. Yes! Perfect. Oh no. Oh crap. Wow, triple speed boost wasn't enough for Wukong to go. Damn. Alright, well. Why do you have... Wait, why would you put 2-turn stone skin on your Nice? So it can block revive? Oh, Jesus. Okay, alright, well. The plan there was that Wukong was supposed to get a turn, but we didn't get that far, so that's unfortunate. Damn. Alright. Queen of Hearts Marius, that's a deadly combo. Noted. I've yet to see that. Marius. Okay. Oops. Yeah, if anyone has an actual counter to Marius, I'm all ears. But from what I've seen in the meta, I don't think it exists. Or maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, not feeling as confident anymore, huh? I could be very weak to a Tormund. No, I'm gonna lose Arbiter here, right? Okay. Doesn't everyone put Marius in Stone Skin? No. Some people are doing dual duty with the Slayer set. Some people are running Savage. They don't have Stonekin to match with it. It depends. I need to go first here. Or... No, that's not a good pick. Ah! He wins the speed aura because he bans Arbiter, but he doesn't have the turn meter fill. That's my best bet here, and I need my Siphi to be faster. Oh no, he left me with the... Am I missing something here? Is he banking on resistance? Or I guess he's banking on 6-star intimidating presence. And he'd be correct. Looking at turn meters. Oh god, he's going. Oh shit! Okay. Well. Damn. Intimidating presence. Okay. So this is a great example for all the people who say, why don't you just go first? Because the Mikage is faster than my Arbiter. We could pack our bags tomorrow, leave all of our sorrow, see where all this road goes, maybe San Diego. That's okay. All right. I think the degradation of our aura there is why we didn't go first. That's what I mean. Yeah, he had 6-star intimidating presence, so I think that pushed him enough ahead that he went first. So, which makes sense in hindsight. That's why I was like, why did he ban Harima? He banned Harima so that when he ally attacked, everyone would die, which makes sense. Fair enough. Outdrafted. Or outgeared, I guess, is really what the... Out-awakened? I don't know. Alright, let's do triple... Let's do a double speed aura. I'm tired of people stealing Wukong from me. Oy. It would have been different, but then I would have been a person who uses stone skin, so I'd rather lose. This is a good one for nice. I think we whip out the nice here, and then we'll call in Galathir on this one. I swear to God, if he has Marius. Okay. I should go first here. Galathir, cool. I can, well, we'll see. There's no argument to be had. I understand why people appreciate stone skin and use it. That's a supersonic Mikage. That's scary. Ooh, protection set didn't roll well. Okay. Like it's not even something that's like up for debate, so to speak. That's just my perspective. I don't disagree that it is good. But I prefer to not use it. Two-turn stone skin is so that he can lock me out. And then I wouldn't be able to transform, so we're just gonna get a cut ahead of that and switch over. Cheap. So she can't die to bombs, he can't die to bombs, which means the Arbiter is alive to revive Siphi if need be, and Harima's taken care of for now. What do you do, sir? Block actives. Yep. Yeah, his goal is to place block actives with the first turn, and then transform, excuse me, as need be. Block debuffs, that's annoying. I can steal the block debuffs. This Mikage could ruin me here, though. She's gonna stun, nice. Or did she use that already? I don't think she did. The suspense! Good God, man. Took you that long to figure out you wanted to stun instead of sleep? Can't kill Nice, can't kill Arbiter, can't kill Wukong. What's your plan here, sir? A1? Okay. Harima does not have increased defense, but she might be able to kill Arbiter. A1 to heal. My God, man. Fix your internet. She has her A1. Yep. She A2's Arbiter. Or I guess she she doesn't want to AoE because then she might kill herself. That's ballsy. Okay. Never mind. Sorry for assuming people don't do stupid things. Why would you AoE there? Wait, what? You get a free AoE if you kill someone. Alright, Mikage down. He revives. I'm not gonna argue. He did it. It's done. I wouldn't AoE there though. At least not without the A2 first. Come on, revive. There it is. Communist dies. Never mind. Harima blocked it. Rip. Sleep. I don't want to burn that. A1. She has the buff strip, which opens up the door for Harima. We might have lost here. No, she... is that on cooldown? Weird. Nice won't die to one AoE. I'm worried about the revivers though. Okay, we're good. I'm only going to revive Wukong just because I want the increased attack on him. Do this. This. Okay. She has stun. No, she has both. She can strip. She strips here. Yep. I don't want her to get the stun, that's why I did that. That's irrelevant, sir. He's playing this very weird. Or at least he's not doing what I would do. He doesn't have revive for 2 more turns. He just wasted his bomb ability. Harima's dead, so there's no passive. A1. Or, okay, A2. Steal. Commodus dies. GG's. He doesn't have revive. If I'm counting correctly. Yep. Very, very confusing approach he had. I don't know. I'm at a loss, but slow and steady. I'll take it. 4 out of 10. Not terrible. How do people build nice? Attack or HP? HP. Pro tip. For anyone looking at a champion who has dual stuff. Whatever is listed first is what is their primary scaling stat. So even though his attack benefits him, HP scales better on the base form. And then HP is the only thing on the alt form. Or, sorry, these 2 abilities. So you're better off building HP. One, he's more survivable. And then he works better in alt form. Versus if he's all attack, then he's slightly better on this form, but then he's useless on form 2. So you want high HP. Can I show the Wukong? Yes. Savage and Percepti. 338 on the accuracy since it's behind the chat, but 270, full carry, 243, 56 hundo. It's not the best. I've stolen some of his gear for other people, but serviceable. It's enough. And I guess, yeah, for reference, nice. 82,000, 4K. Like, he still has a decent amount of attack, don't get me wrong, but it's primarily HP. 248. Excuse me. 109, 276. And then this form. Almost 100K. Not quite. Yeah, the thing you'll notice as you watch me more is that, like, it's very, very obvious who my best champions or my best geared champions are. Because, like, I think the crit damage will tell you. Like, obviously the blessing too. But the crit damage is like the indicator. So it's like, who's one of my best champions? It's like, okay, Harima. You look at her stats. 350 crit damage. You look at Rhodos. 318. You look at Narcisse. 330. And then you go to like any other nuker, like we just looked at Wukong, it's like 270. Like he's like 40 less than everyone else. Like it's just, you can tell who's the priority based on the awakening level, depending on, because all of these, like I like grinded Iron Twins to get the essence to do the stuff to get these to 6-star. Like I purchased every single level to get to 6-star. Same thing for Narcisse. Wukong, I think, was the Titan event, right? Yeah. Cool stuff, cool stuff. So we'll get back to mastery running as we wrap things up here. 3.5 hours, not bad, guys, not bad. For me, at least. Let's see. We could raid Pogo or... Ooh, we could raid Fastidious. Yeah, let's raid Fasty. Raid obviously only applies to people on Twitch. Is my goal for Roto's 9-piece Merciless? Ideally, but I'm happy with 6-piece. Alright, so raid is started. We're headed to Fastidious. And yeah, I'm losing my voice apparently. But it has been a very fun stream, 3.5 hours long. Streams are now every week, every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time. So same place, same time. What you can watch on YouTube and or Twitch, either or. And yeah, we have the new chat on the screen feature, so to speak. So good addition. Thanks for helping me customize that so that we can all enjoy it together. But yeah, for those who don't know, I am also a YouTuber, so you can check out the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you should already know that. If you're watching on Twitch, let me do the proper thing here. Exclamation point, if I can spell, YouTube. There you go. If you're on Twitch, you can check that out if you're interested in seeing some of the content that I have to offer. But yeah, until next week, thanks for watching, everyone. And yeah, take care.